Good morning, children. Welcome to Chapter 4 Landforms, Andhra Pradesh, Part 1. In this video, you are going to learn about landforms. The place where we are living is called as land, which may not have same shape and height. These land shapes are called as landforms. The height of the landforms are measured from mean sea level (MSL). Landforms are categorized as mountains or hills, plateaus, plains. Already about these landforms, mountains, plateaus, plains, already you studied in 5th standard. And in this video, in this chapter, you are going to learn in detail about these all. And before going to that, first of all, you should know what is mean sea level, MSL, what is mean sea level. About this, you'll study in higher classes, 7th and 8th standards. But now, little bit information I am giving to you about MSL. What is sea level? 3/4 of the surface is covered with water. In that water, major portion is seas and oceans. In that seas and oceans, tides will occur. What are tides? Tides are periodic rise and fall of large masses of water. Where we can find large masses of water in seas and oceans. There, this is mean high tide and this is mean low tide. They will take as average, that average only called as mean sea level. They will take as that is the basic point to measure the place of to measure the height of any place. Understand, children? That is only called as mean sea level. Now, mountains. What is a mountain? A mountain is a natural higher elevated feature of the earth's surface. Mountains may have a small summit and a broad base. Summit means peak. It is considerably higher than surrounding area. Some mountains are even higher than clouds. As we go higher and higher altitudes of mountains, the climate becomes cold. If you go anytime, Ooty means there so many hills, mountains all are there. If you go there, hill stations, normally we can say very cool. Why? Because we are going to high altitudes. Altitudes means height. And India has several huge mountain ranges like Himalayas. So many mountain ranges are there in our country, India. Aravallis are there, Himalayas are there all. In the world's highest peak, Mount Everest also located in Himalayan range. See, this is the images of mountains. These are all mountain ranges only. It has peak and it stretches that base is very broader. That means large area. This is only that slopes also very steep only. Sometimes very steep slopes will be there for the mountains. Hills. A hill is a natural elevated feature of the earth's surface which has peak at top. It is also elevated land only and it has a peak at the top. But the height is not that much, a little bit small. That means very big hills only called as mountains. Small means those are called as hills. See, this is the image of hill region, hill ranges. These are all hills only. So now, plateau. A plateau is an elevated flat land. It is a flat-topped tableland standing above the surrounding area. A plateau may have one or more sides with steep and gentle slopes. The height of plateau often varies in a few hundred meters. The Deccan Plateau in India is the oldest plateau and it is of volcanic origin. The larger part of Rayalaseema comes under Deccan Plateau region. Plateau means a plateau is an elevated land only, but it has flat surface. That means up of that elevated land, it has flat land. That is only called as plateau. And how is it? It is a flat topped table. Like that, the shape of the plateau. And in our country, in South India, the Deccan Plateau is there. The Deccan Plateau is the oldest plateau in India and it is volcanic origin. Volcanic origin means some hundreds and thousands of years ago during the volcanic eruption, then this plateau formed and the larger part of Rayalaseema comes under Deccan Plateau region. In our Andhra Pradesh, there are 13 districts are there. Among those 13 districts, 4 districts come under Rayalaseema and remaining 9 districts called as coastal districts. So some parts of the Rayalaseema comes under the Deccan Plateau region. And generally plateaus are rich in mineral deposits. As a result, many of the mining areas are located in the plateaus. Mineral deposits, that means so many metals we are using, those are minerals we are getting from earth only. And the process of extracting the minerals from the earth is called as mining. So many mining areas are located in this plateau region. Why? Because plateaus are very rich in mineral deposits. And limestone, manganese, asbestos, iron ore, gold, diamonds, graphite, dolomite, quartz and silica sand are the minerals available in plateaus. These are all minerals. And the Deccan Plateau is a lava plateau. That means I said no, it is a volcanic origin. That means some thousands and hundreds years ago, because of that volcanic eruption, this Deccan Plateau formed. That's why it is a lava plateau. And the lava plateaus are rich in black soils that are fertile and good for cultivation of cotton. In these lava plateaus, which soil we can get? Black soil. In these black soils, cotton plants will grow more. Those are very fertile and it is very good for cultivation of cotton there. And many plateaus have scenic spots and are of great tourist attraction. That means in this plateau region, so many tourist attraction places also there. The Tibet Plateau is the highest plateau in the world with a height of 4,000 to 6,000 meters above the mean sea level. That much high plateau is there. That's why that name is Tibet Plateau. This is the highest plateau in the world. And in India, huge reserves of iron, coal and manganese are found in the Chotanagpur Plateau. Okay, in the Deccan Plateau is there in South India. I said the shape of the Deccan Plateau is triangle. And this Chotanagpur Plateau, it is there in eastern India. There we can find so much iron, coal and manganese minerals reserves. See, this is the image of a plateau. This is the surface of the earth and it is also elevated land only. That means a higher land only, but it has again flat surface. That is only called as plateau. Table top like this. This is plateau. See, this is the map of Andhra Pradesh. See, one side for our Andhra Pradesh, Bay of Bengal is there. Here Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, all are there. In our Andhra Pradesh, there are 13 districts are there. Among those 13 districts, 4 districts come under Rayalaseema. Remaining 9 districts come under coastal Andhra and coastal districts we can call. What are coastal districts? For those districts, one side Bay of Bengal is there. Coastal means one side sea or ocean is there. That area is called as coastal area. So in our Andhra Pradesh, 9 districts have one side coast. What are those? Srikakulam, Vizianagaram, Visakhapatnam, East Godavari, West Godavari, Krishna, Guntur, Prakasam, Nellore. These 9 districts are called as coastal districts and remaining 4, Kurnool, Anantapur, Kadapa, Chittur. These 4 are called as Rayalaseema districts. Some parts of these 4 Rayalaseema districts come under this Deccan Plateau region. Understand, children? Now see. This is our India map. In Deccan Plateau, this orange color, this is our Deccan Plateau and the shape of the Deccan Plateau is triangle like this. And here through this Deccan Plateau, so many rivers are also flowing. Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, all. And one side Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, all are there. And here, see towards north, Himalayas are there. And down of that Himalayas, here Indo-Gangetic plains are there, northern plains. Those are very fertile. Those soils are very fertile and very good for cultivation. So many crops will grow there. And here, see, this is the Deccan Plateau. Here, some towards east, some Ghats are there. Those are called as Eastern Ghats. Ghats means hill ranges only. Towards west also some hill ranges are there. Those are called as Western Ghats. And between this Ghats and this coastal area, here some plains are there. Those are called as East Coastal Plains. Towards west also, those are called as West West coastal plains, those are all very fertile, these plains, and so many people also live in these plains. Now move to plains. Plains are level lands with flat surfaces which have maximum height of 200 meters above the sea level. These are densely populated areas. Densely populated areas means more people live in these areas, plain areas. Because of fertile soils, the plains are highly productive. These plains have very fertile soils, very fertile lands. Then so many crops will grow. That's why those are very productive. That means so much production and yield they will get. Plains are the most suitable areas for human inhabitation, as these flat lands are suitable for building houses as well as the cultivation. Okay, not only for cultivation, we can construct the buildings also there. Big industries all located in these plain areas. And Indo-Gangetic plains of India are world famous. For these plains, world famous. So because those are very fertile lands, Indo-Gangetic plains, and those are world famous only. See, this is the image of plains. In these plains, so many crops will grow. Why? Because those soils are very fertile and so many trees all will be grown there. I think all of you understand. Now a small assignment for you. Into how many categories landforms are divided? What are they? What is MSL? List the names of Rayalaseema districts. Those 4 districts names you have to write. What is the oldest plateau in India? And which is the highest plateau in the world? Okay, children. Thank you.